Hi everyone, welcome to Solidity Basics, the first part in a multi-part series where I'll walk you guys through on how to build good dApps on Ethereum. After this part, you should be able to open the source code of any dApp that you know and go through it, and you'll have a high level idea of what's happening there. You might not be able to understand everything because a lot of things are needed, a lot of concepts are needed to actually grasp what's happening in a smart contract. But yeah, you will have a high level idea, and the smart contract wouldn't feel an alien thing to you. So, from my years of experience in building softwares across multiple domains like AI, web dev, web3, etc., I have arrived at this simple mental model uh, that can help you reach mastery in any kind of language or domain. So the first step is getting comfortable with the language itself, getting comfortable with the syntax, because that is going to be the medium of communication between you and the technology. The technology could be anything like an AI, LLM, or in this case, Ethereum network. But the language, getting comfortable with the language is important because that's how you're going to communicate to the technology what you want it to do for you. The second step, I think, is understanding the technology from first principles, like why it was created in the first place, how it was designed and thought about, what are its capabilities, what are its limitations, etc., etc. This really helps you in understanding what the technology can do and what it can't do. So that way you can morph it and use it for your purposes better. The third step is actually start building stuff, like building some basic applications. Any kind of applications that you'll build in the beginning won't be very good, but that is just the starting point. You have to build a few bad apps to start building good apps. And once you start building something, you'll actually start to realize the importance of the fourth step, which is scouting for the best practices, like scouting for the idiomatic code, scouting for the coding patterns, scouting for the best practices and security point of views, etc., etc. So you won't be able to understand how good code is written until you write bad code. It's as simple as that. So these are the four steps, and the entire series is structured in that way. Hope it helps you guys. So what you should know already for this part, uh, you should know that we can build programmable assets on Ethereum, and we do that by writing and deploying programs, which are also known as smart contracts, on the Ethereum network. This is more than enough for this part. We'll do a much more deep dive on the technical aspects of the Ethereum network in the next part. In this part, wherever concepts related to Ethereum comes, uh, I'll give you a high level overview of what they're all about. So after this part, you'll have a high level idea of various concepts about Ethereum, and in the next part, we'll do a deep dive on them. In this part, we'll be walking through Solidity by example. So, Solidity by example is a very good resource if you want to get quickly familiar with the syntax of Solidity language. If you are coming from an experience of already having built some kind of apps on other high level languages like Python or JavaScript, you'd find the syntax familiar, and this resource would help you in understanding the similarities and the distinctions between Solidity and other languages. This is a very good resource if you want to do a quick refresher of Solidity as well. So by the end of this part, you would have gone through the basic section of this website, and you can easily do a refresher whenever you want. It won't take more than an hour if you already know all of the stuff. Apart from that, we'll also be using the Remix ID to run our scripts. Remix ID is an online ID where we can write, compile, and deploy Solidity smart contracts. So it's a very good playground for toying with all of your ideas and checking out some tutorial scripts, etc., etc. This is a very good place for that. So by the end of this part, you'll have some familiarity with this remix IDE as well.